أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي أما بعد Alhamdulillah, thanks to our lecturer Dr. Wan Mazwati binti Wan Yusof, which is the lecturer for our subjects Tools for Thinking, Edft 1610 for us, the student of section 3. Today, we will deliver on the task that had been assigned to us, which is Scamper. So, first of all, let's we briefly start our presentation with the introduction to our group member, which the first is Nick Muhammad Shaikal Iskandar bin Muhammad Sazali 2414987, and Aiman Syarawi bin Cik Zulkifli 2316719, and me Muhammad Redha bin Mat Dirham 2323603. Let me begin our presentation on the brief introduction to what is actually is the Scamper. It is actually a creative thinking tool used to generate ideas for improving existing products, services, or processes. It was developed by Bob Everly based on Alex Osborne's brainstorming techniques. Now, let us see what is actually a Scamper is. Scamper is actually a short form for the substitute, then combine, adapt, modify, put to other use, eliminate, and lastly rearrange. So we had discussed and decide to select the product of backpack as our product. So let us see the first element of Scamper, which is the substitute. What is a substitute? Substitute can be easily understood as replacing the old with the new one, replacing one or more parts, materials, features, or processes of a product with something else, often something better, smarter, or more sustainable. To understand this, I had prepared a table that we can see and differentiate what kind of the substitute that we had made, and we can see by the first original feature, and then what we had substituted with, and then lastly why it is substituted. So let us start with the first, that is from the traditional backpack. They always are made up from the nylon fabric, and our high-tech modern backpack, smart backpack, will use recycled ocean-bound plastic fabrics. Why? Because it is more eco-friendly, water-resistant, and durable. And then we also made it the traditional backpack always been made up of standard foam straps, but we will substitute it with the memory foam plus gel pads. This is to reduce the shoulder strain and improve comfort. And then for the zippers, we will use the traditional backpack always made up of metal zippers, but our product backpack will use the self-healing magnetic seals, which is more silent, faster to open or close, and no snagging. And then for the padding, The traditional always use the basic, and ours will use the airflow ventilated mesh or net to improve breathability and reduces back sweat. And lastly, for the plastic buckles, for the buckles that we use to adjust the back rope or tie, for the traditional, they always use plastic, but ours will use biodegradable composite buckles. This will always give the benefit to the environment because it reduce environmental impact without losing the strength. And the strength are quite similar to the traditional one. Next, for the second element of Scamper, which is combine, which it is actually to merge functions for smarter designs, because merging two or more features, functions, or products into one integrated design will add an additional value, improve the usability, or create new benefits. So, for our product, what we will combine? First, we will combine the USB port plus the solar panel. This will give new integrated feature, which is the solar powered charging pocket. And why it is better? Because this will let users charge devices on the go using renewable energy. They can charge everywhere and anywhere. Next, we will also combine the backpack with the hydration system. This will give the new integrated feature where the built-in insulated water bladder sleeve will give the users the ability to have the water everywhere, because they will not have to bring the water bottle, no need for a separate hydration pack, and this is actually ideal for every travelers and students. Next, we will also combine between organizer and tech storage, which this will give the new integrated feature, which is the modular magnetic port system or pack system inside the backpack, which this will give the additional value for the users that they can customize compartments for laptops, tablets, cables, and small items inside the backpack. And next, we also will use reflective material plus LED light, that this will give a new integrated features that is auto activated safety light, which will increase the visibility at night for safety during walks or cycling. And lastly, we also combine the GPS tracker plus the anti-theft lock, that will give the new integrated feature, which is integrated smart security system. And this also will give the ability for the users to track location via app and lock zippers remotely if theft is detected. This will give a safety feature for all the users that use our backpack products. This smart, high-tech, modern backpack is actually beneficial to all of types of users. Next, my friends, Nick Muhammad Shaikal will continue our presentation.